Good morning, students. Before starting today's video, I really salute the corona warriors who are not getting affected their studies adversely because of this coronavirus, and I hope others would also update their videos regularly and would do their homework sincerely to be the next corona warrior. In the first lecture of the chapter agriculture, we have covered up important topics like types of farming and classification of crops into Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. Today we are going to cover up some of the important features or characteristics of major crops. The first crop that we are going to cover up is rice. It is the staple food of majority of the population of India. India, according to your NCERT book, is the second largest producer of rice after China. The temperature requirement for growing this crop is more than 25 degrees Celsius and rainfall requirement is more than 100 centimeter. And you must be knowing rice is an example of Kharif crop. Next we have is wheat. It is the second most important cereal after rice. It's an example of Rabi crop. The rainfall requirement for growing wheat is 50 centimeter to 75 centimeter. It needs cool growing season and bright sunshine at the time of ripening. So you can answer 1 marker as well as 3 marker questions on the basis of these notes. So for instance, if it asks what is the temperature requirement for rice, so you can say it's more than 25 degrees Celsius, or question can come up in the form give 3 features or important characteristics of wheat crop. Alright, so you can mention some of the points out of these. Next we have is millets. Millets are coarse grains, means the size of individual seed or particle is large. They have high nutrition content. 3 examples of millets are bajra, ragi and jwar. Bajra, you need to learn what is mentioned about various crops in NCERT. You can't skip any of the point of NCERT as it will be a big risk. So the major features which are mentioned in the NCERT about these millets that I am covering up here. Bajra needs sandy and shallow black soil for its growth. Ragi is specifically very rich in iron and calcium and it can be grown in dry regions. Jwar is a rain-fed crop. Moving on, we have maize. It's a Kharif crop. It's used as a food crop as well as fodder crop. So fodder crops are grown for supplementing the energy and food requirements of animals. Temperature requirement for growing maize is 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. To remember the units, it's grown in old alluvial soil. The other name of old alluvial soil is Banga, and maize can be grown as Rabi crop as well. Moving on to pulses. Pulses, India is the largest producer as well as consumer of pulses. Pulses need less moisture for their growth. All the pulses are example of leguminous crops, that is they can convert atmospheric nitrogen into useful nitrates and increase the fertility of soil, but there is one exception, that is arhar. Moving on to sugarcane. It can be grown in tropical as well as subtropical areas. So tropical areas comes under the areas which are present between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So in other way you can say the areas which are there between 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south. Alright, in subtropical areas are areas between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in North Hemisphere, and areas between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the Southern Hemisphere. Temperature requirements for sugarcane 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, same as maize. Rainfall 75 centimeter to 100 centimeter. Sugarcane requires manual labor, and India is the second largest producer of sugarcane after Brazil. It's obvious that sugarcane is a good source of sugar, jaggery, khandsri and molasses. Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of sugarcane. Moving on to oilseeds, India stood at second after China. They are edible, that is they can be eaten up for various nutrient requirement, and oilseeds are also used as cooking medium, that is they are used to cook food. Oilseeds act as raw material for making soaps, cosmetics and ointment. 12% of total cropped area in India comes under oilseeds. Rapeseed, India stood at third, or you can say India is the third largest producer of rapeseed after China and Canada. Groundnut is the most important example of oilseed. It's a kharif crop and half of the total oilseed production comes from groundnut. Gujarat is the largest producer of groundnut. Sesame is grown as kharif crop in North India and it's grown as rabi crop in South India. Castor seed is another such example which is grown as rabi as well as kharif crop. So your homework is to prepare notes of these major crops and write questions based on the topics covered up. Students, one more request. To learn these characteristics, I would suggest you to do 2 major crops at a time. So at a time, revise major features of rice and wheat, then do something other some other works, then do next 2. We would like to cover up 2 maps as well based on today's topic. One is the major producing regions of rice. So we have states, these states, this eastern belt, right? So it begins with UP, Bihar, then we have Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala. And minor producing regions are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka. Alright. I suggest you to learn at least 5 major producing states of rice. Moving on to wheat. The major wheat producing areas or states of India are Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. And in minor producing areas comes under Rajasthan and you can say Maharashtra, and including Bihar as well. But focus on major producing areas. Remember at least 5 states. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you.